Right now, flavored milk could soon be leaving the menu from schools. We hear from an expert on why and how a determined Wisconsin congressman is fighting to keep it.
Plus, former gubernatorial candidate Tim Michels sues an event organizer accusing him of extortion. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. It is National Dairy Month, but one state lawmaker says a certain kind of milk is in jeopardy in Wisconsin public schools.
This after the USDA proposed changes to how the drink is offered in kids' breakfast and lunches. Armand Rahman breaks down a local expert's opinion on this.
Representative Tom Tiffany wants to make sure all kids got milk, chocolate milk to be exact.
It's not the flavor per se, but it's the added sugar.
The congressman is proposing the Milk is Indisputably Liked by Kids, or MILK Act, requiring schools to offer chocolate milk because he believes a new USDA proposal could spoil school breakfasts and lunches.
Currently, the USDA requires elementary and middle schools offer kids skim and 1% unflavored milk, while also offering low-fat chocolate milk as an option. But by 2025, they're thinking of removing chocolate milk from middle school and elementary school lunches and breakfasts entirely.
I just don't see it really moving the needle very much, to be honest.
The USDA says recent data shows that flavored milk accounts for almost half of the added sugars in lunches and about 30% of the added sugars in breakfasts. They aim to reduce young kids' exposure to the sweet stuff while their taste buds are still developing. But food science and dairy chemistry expert Scott Rankin says chocolate milk has benefits.
You know, it's milk, right? And it's full of protein and vitamins and minerals.
Especially for kids who may only drink milk if it's flavored.
I think it's always better to encourage people to do good rather than limit them from doing bad.
He believes to combat childhood obesity and improve nutrition, schools should invest more in physical activity.
Educating individuals to make healthy decisions about their food intake, as well as, creating patterns of good, exercise.
Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Meanwhile, some Wisconsin farmers are having to dump thousands of gallons of milk down the drain. Right now, farmers are seeing a problem with cows producing too much milk, and they're finding they don't have enough cooler space. Multiple dairy processing plants have had to lower their capacity or even shut down completely. And thanks to a dairy industry that's already bursting at the seams, there's nowhere else for that milk to go but down the drain.
I can only imagine the feeling of literally watching your hard work and your passion for what you have created literally going down the drain.
Wastewater issues caused one northern Minnesota plant to shut down completely this month, leaving 45 farmers without a place to take their product. Farm experts say that until the plant is back up and running, most of the farmers will be stuck trying to find a way to save milk or be forced to dump it.
A $10,000 cash bond set up for a Janesville man who's been charged in a shots fired incident. This happened in Fitchburg last month. 42-year-old Larry Burrell faces felony charges of first-degree recklessly endangering safety and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Police say a fight ended with gunshots being fired. This was in the 2000 block of Pike Drive on May 7th. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Burrell was arrested May 22nd for violating conditions of his extended supervision. A preliminary hearing in the case is scheduled for June 21st.
Local police departments are asking residents to check the emergency SOS settings on their phones due to a dramatic increase in accidental 911 calls over the past several months. Police in Verona say their dispatch has received 76 unintentional emergency calls in the last 9 days, and for the entire year so far, there's been more than 550 calls. For comparison, there were 249 missed dials at this time last year. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office issued a similar alert to residents earlier this year, as did the Grant County Sheriff's Office.
We are still in some desperate need of rain. It looks like this weekend might just deliver. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now with your first warn forecast.
But the big question is, will it deliver enough? And unfortunately, I think the answer to that is no, but we'll take whatever we can get. As we take a look at the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam, you can see very little in the way of any meaningful cloudiness, just some high cirrus clouds, certainly not enough to generate any rain. was comfortable out there, and on Doppler track there are some light showers and thunderstorms that have been moving southward out of Minnesota, but they're weakening as they push into far northern Wisconsin. 6-hour future track radar brings them down to just north of Eau Claire and just to the north and west of, say, Phillips and north central Wisconsin. Eventually, those will reach us tomorrow afternoon, more likely tomorrow night. Low temperatures this morning because of the dry air dropped to 45 in Madison, 47 degrees in Camp Douglas, but take a look at where the high temperatures were today. 81 in Madison, that's a 36-degree temperature jump. 86 in La Crosse and 85 degrees in Boscobel. Right now, temperatures are mainly in the 60s, although Mineral Point still at 70 degrees. A little cooler again to our east here in Dane County. 66 right now in Deerfield, 66 in Stoughton, and 70 degrees in Edgerton. Look for skies to become partly cloudy overnight. Low temperature dropping to 59. It's not quite as cool as last night. The rain chances will start to arrive tomorrow. I'll tell you when they'll get here and how much we can expect in just a few minutes.
Former President Donald Trump has been indicted for alleged mishandling of classified documents. He becomes the first ever former president to face federal criminal charges.
The indictment comes as Trump, of course, is in full campaign mode to win re-election to the White House. Natalie Brand shares what we learned as the indictment was unsealed today.
The Department of Justice unsealed the 37 counts issued by a federal grand jury in Miami against former President Donald Trump.
We have one set of laws in this country, and they apply to everyone.
The 49-page document alleges Trump and longtime aide Walt Nauta engaged in a conspiracy to keep classified documents he had taken with him from the White House and to hide and conceal them. Photographs from court filings show boxes strewn throughout Mar-a-Lago in a public ballroom, piled in a bathroom, tucked under a water pipe, and tossed on a storage room floor. Prosecutors say some of the documents were marked top secret, some relating to nuclear weapon capabilities of the U.S. and its adversaries, as well as sensitive U.S. military planning. The indictment also alleges that Trump showed documents to others who did not have security clearances on at least 2 occasions at his golf club in New Jersey. That's where he was seen golfing Friday morning. He also posted on his social media platform attacking special counsel Jack Smith as a, quote, Trump hater, a deranged psycho. Smith was appointed last year by the Justice Department to oversee the investigation. President Biden told reporters Friday he has had no contact with the Attorney General about the case.
I have not spoken to him at all. I'm not going to speak to him. I have no comment on what happened.
Meanwhile, security preparations are underway in Miami, where Trump is expected in court on Tuesday. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Next weekend, President Biden will attend his first political rally since launching his re-election bid. Biden will travel to Philadelphia on Saturday, June 17th, returning to a key battleground state that helped him win in 2020. Back here in Wisconsin, there's uncertainty over who will challenge incumbent Senator Tammy Baldwin for her seat next year. This after Representative Mike Gallagher says will instead run for re-election and not the Senate. Gallagher, who represents Green Bay and Wisconsin's 8th congressional district, serves as chair on the House Committee on the Chinese Communist Party. In a statement today, he said in part, "I have a rare bipartisan opportunity in the 118th Congress to help restore America's strength, prevent war in the Pacific, and defend our basic freedoms from communist aggression. Accomplishing this mission and serving Wisconsin's 8th district deserve my undivided attention."
Former Wisconsin gubernatorial candidate Tim Michels is suing an organizer who claims he was never paid by the Michels campaign for hosting rallies last year. Bob Donnell filed a complaint with the Ethics Commission last month, claiming the Michels campaign had verbally agreed to pay him $100,000 to cover the cost of political events he hosted. He also sent emails to a list of thousands of people accusing Michels of reneging on the deal. Michels sued in Waukesha County Court 3 weeks later, alleging Donnell was spreading false and malicious lies about him. Attorneys for Michels say they never hired Donnell and accused him of using the Ethics Commission for extortion. Donnell, who publishes the Wisconsin Conservative Digest, told the Associated Press he has spent at least $500,000 organizing 7 events for the Michels campaign, believing he would be reimbursed. Madison police say 2 teenage boys were robbed at gunpoint last night near Easttown Mall because they refused to buy marijuana. Officers say it happened about 7:20 last night at a bus stop when an SUV pulled up and someone inside offered them marijuana. They declined the offer, which then resulted in someone from the vehicle pulling a gun on them, demanding their possessions. No arrests have been made at this time, but police will take any information if you have it. Give Madison area Crime Stoppers a call. The number 608 266-6014.
A familiar face is returning to county government. Former Dane County Sheriff Dave Mahoney will serve as the director of the county's new Department of Justice Reform. County Executive Joe Parisi making that announcement this afternoon. The Department of Justice Reform will work to create data-driven reforms to reduce racial disparities and disproportionate incarceration in Dane County. Mahoney served as county sheriff for 15 years from 2006 until his retirement in May of 2021. In national news, a gag order prohibiting attorneys from talking about the case against Idaho quadruple murder suspect Brian Kohberger will remain in place for now.
He's accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in a brutal attack last November. He was present for today's court proceedings, trading in an orange jumpsuit for a business suit. A judge heard arguments in a motion filed by the attorney representing the family of one of the victims, Kaylee Gonclaves. The attorney asked the court to amend the gag order, arguing that neither he nor his clients are witnesses, nor are they parties to the case. As it currently stands, all attorneys, including those representing victims and witnesses, are banned from saying anything publicly beyond what's in the public record. The prosecutors and the defense attorneys both argue to keep the gag order in place, given the massive media coverage. The judge says the arguments will be considered and a ruling will be issued later.
Here is an amazing story of survival out of South America. 4 indigenous children who went missing in the Colombian Amazon after their plane crashed more than a month ago were found alive today. Take a look at these photos of the children with their rescuers. Sadly, their mom and 2 other people on board the plane were killed in the crash. The children's disappearance into the jungle galvanized a massive military-led search operation involving Colombian special troops and more than 70 indigenous scouts combing the area. Still to come on News 3 Now at 10, how does skydiving for your birthday sound?
Well, that's exactly how a North Dakota grandmother rung in another trip around the sun, and in doing so, she broke a state record. That story and more news straight ahead.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the Best Evening Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Save on your next outdoor project with 11% off everything at Menards. Enjoy your backyard again with Cutter Backyard Ready to Spray Lawn Insect Killer. It kills insects fast, controlling them for up to 12 weeks. Get a 32-ounce container for just $6.99 after 11% rebate. Store your hose with the Suncast Hose Grill Car. It has 175 feet of hose capacity and comes fully assembled. Pick one up today for $29.99 after 11% rebate. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Sugar River Pizza for Best Pizza. Vote for Sugar River Pizza and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
After a serious truck crash, you need a team who knows how to handle trucking cases and gets results. You need Gruber Law Offices. There's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Pitch me. Shaka Khan is on the Jennifer Hudson Show. Y'all ready for this? Now pitch me again, cause she's performing. That was amazing.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
An FDA advisory panel voted unanimously today to affirm the Alzheimer's drug lecanemab shows clinical benefit for the treatment of the disease. The move paves the way for the medication sold under the brand name Leqembi to be considered for full FDA approval. A decision is expected by July 6th. The medication is one of the first dementia drugs that appears to slow the progression of cognitive decline. It's not a cure, but works by binding to amyloid beta, a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. There are potential side effects like brain swelling and bleeding, which can be life-threatening. More than 6.5 million people in the United States live with Alzheimer's disease, and that number is expected to grow to 13.8 million by 2060. The FDA says last year it documented 49 new drug shortages. Pharmaceutical availability continues to pose a real challenge to public health. The agency says most of 2022's drug shortages were due to quality issues from manufacturers in the U.S. and abroad. Some manufacturers also struggled to keep up with demand. Quality issues were also to blame for last year's nationwide infant formula shortage.
The crackdown has begun. Apparently it's working. Netflix's new password sharing change is resulting in thousands of new subscribers. This is the biggest increase in signups since the start of the pandemic, according to the streaming analytics company Antenna. It says Netflix added about 100,000 new accounts on both May 26th and 27th, the days right after the crackdown started. Netflix plans to block unauthorized passwords soon, but it's offering a paid sharing option for about $8 a month. Users can become extra members on an existing account. Check it out. All eyes on this tree in Washington, D.C., where this black bear was hanging out this morning. Residents nearby have named the animal Franklin since it's on Franklin Street. The roads in the area were closed while animal control officers worked to get the bear down, but the animal decided to leave the tree on his own. He was then tranquilized and relocated to a safer area. A North Dakota grandmother celebrating another trip around the sun by plunging out of an airplane at 12,000 feet, because you can't feel any more alive than that, right?
That's the truth. On her 80th birthday, she crossed skydiving off her bucket list and said she'd do it again if she makes it to 85 years old. Well, she just did, and now it's believed that at 85, she's the oldest skydiver on North Dakota record. With an ear surgery later this month and the years adding up, she's not sure when she will get another chance to skydive, so her birthday was the perfect opportunity.
Got to get my hearing aid in so I can hear you guys.
Okay.
It was fun, but it wasn't as pretty as it was last time.
It's a little cloudy.
Because it's cloudy.
A little cloudy, yeah.
But it was fun. You guys all got to try it.
Okay. Staff at Skydive Fargo say they double-checked their records and other local divers. They do think Joanne is the oldest skydiver in North Dakota. Well, here in Madison, there are more ways to stay cool around the city as we inch closer to that official start of summer.
Today was opening day at the Goodman Pool on Olin Avenue, and even better, admission was free for the first 500 kids today, thanks to Goodman Jewelers. If you need a pool to cool down in this summer, consider Goodman. It's open 7 days a week with different times for open swims, lap swims, and times specifically reserved for the little ones. You'll have to pay each visit. But if you do plan to be there a lot this summer, a season pass may make more sense. Here's a look at the pool's hours for the months of June and July. For more information on pricing, just look for this story at channel3000.com.
Well, today was a good day for the pool, but that might not be the case later this weekend. Here's Gary with the first one forecast.
Well, it'll be just a brief drop in temperatures, mainly because of cloud cover and some welcome showers. We could certainly use that. Let's take a look at 3 things you need to know in our forecast. At this point, the best chances for rain tomorrow afternoon are going to be north of Madison, but I think everybody should see showers or perhaps even a couple of isolated thunderstorms tomorrow night. The showers will end Sunday morning. It'll be a little cooler with high temperatures in the 60s, but after a transition day on Monday with highs in the lower 70s and just a slight chance for a shower, looks like temperatures will be back into the 80s beginning on Tuesday and lasting through the start of the following week, and that much rain, unfortunately, is in the forecast. In fact, take a look at our precipitation for Madison. This month so far, we've picked up almost 3/4 of an inch of rain. We're already about a third of the way into the month, and that puts us almost an inch below normal. And this is actually March 1st, so I looked at meteorological spring, and then the first few days of June, where we are now, we've picked up a little over 7.5 inches. That's almost 4.5 inches below normal. Year to date, because we did have a wet beginning part of the year, a little over 12 inches of precipitation, but that's still about 2 inches below normal. As we look at Doppler track, there are some showers, a couple of isolated thunderstorms that have been weakening as they push into far northern Wisconsin. Checking future track, you can see that line kind of fizzling out tonight, but then firing up tomorrow afternoon through central Wisconsin as the cold front drops southward. Now, these showers are going to be mainly behind the front, so that will weaken them as they push southward. We'll see just more light rain as we head into early on Sunday morning, and then skies will clear out back to the west by Sunday afternoon, and the rain chances will come to an end. This first batch of rain, perhaps bringing a ½ inch or a little bit more in certain areas through central Wisconsin where the storms fire up, but through southern Wisconsin, the precipitation will be much more spotty. Most areas, about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain. There'll be some localized spots where maybe a little more than a ½ inch of rain falls. And then down to the south, the storms fire up again, and that will keep the heavier rains down to the south across northern Illinois. But looking even farther into the future, this is over the next 10 days. You can see precipitation generally pretty sparse over southern Wisconsin. Better chances for higher precipitation up toward Green Bay and down to the south across Illinois and Iowa. So the haves and the have-nots, and right now we're in the have-not file. Weather track shows the showers and storms up to the north, more widespread rain out to the west. That's helping the drought a bit out there, but this cold front, as it drops southward, will drop our temperatures as we head into Sunday and Monday. In fact, right now, temperatures ahead of the front, 60s and 70s. Behind the front, they start dropping into the 50s up in northern Minnesota. So for tomorrow, look for a high of 82 degrees, variably cloudy skies, chance for a thunderstorm mainly north of Madison in the afternoon. Across Dane County, planning your day, 82 for the high in Mazomanie, 82 in Belleville, and 81 in Fitchburg. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 78 in Camp Douglas, 79 in Wautoma, and 81 in Monroe. Again, the better chances for rain in the day north of Madison. And you can see this on future track. There's 4 p.m., a few showers, a few storms popping up. Saturday evening, again, the scattered nature. But as we get into the overnight hours, the rain becomes more widespread, but the intensity drops off. So we're looking at light to occasionally moderate patches of rain. And then after that, skies clear out as we head into Sunday. And we're left with generally around 1/4 of an inch of rain, except in the few spots to get a heavier thunderstorm. First one, 7 to 10 day forecast. Again, cool for Sunday, warming up into the 70s on Monday, and then back into the 80s. Thunderstorm chance Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and a slight chance on Saturday. Other than that, it's dry for next week.
And coming up in sports, Steve Stricker went low on the links, the record he broke and where he sits heading into Saturday's round 2. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Join us at the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Visit and get inspired for your 2023 building and remodeling projects. Go to MadisonParadeofHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
Come see Tootsie, the Tony Award-winning feel-good comedy musical about Michael Dorsey, a desperate actor who just hit rock bottom. Little did he know, he had nowhere to go but down.
Get your tickets today at Overture.org.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Hooper for Best Plumber and Best Heating and Cooling. Vote for Hooper and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
There's lots of grown-up fun in the water park capital of the world, but where? Well, where tasty drinks meet relaxing pools. That's where all the action is. Wisconsin Dells, where it's at. Plan your grown-up getaway at WISCdells.com.
Want to work out for free? This summer at Anytime Fitness, you can get up to 3 months free. Get more for your membership than just machines, with 24/7 access and a community of support. Hurry! The earlier you join, the more you save. Stop into Anytime Fitness now and get the summer free.
I had a lot of bad days with gout, but that one took the wedding cake. Even with medicine, my uric acid was still too high to stop painful gout buildup. Then a gout specialist told me about Cristexa.
Cristexa is a prescription medicine for adults with gout whose symptoms are not controlled by other gout medicines.
I learned Cristexa quickly starts working to break down gout buildup.
Cristexa is an infused medicine. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur while taking Cristexa. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms such as shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Krystexxa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Krystexxa if you have a rare disorder called G6PD deficiency or favism. Before receiving Krystexxa, tell your doctor if you have a history of heart problems and all the medicines you take. Krystexxa may cause gout flare-ups, allergic reactions, nausea, bruising, sore throat, constipation, chest pain, and vomiting.
I received Krystexxa for about 6 months. Now I'm in control, not gout.
Find a doctor who specializes in gout at goutdocnow.com.
Get up to 50% off list prices on hundreds of items at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. Incredible deals, like this recliner, free when you purchase the reclining sofa, or these incredible beds, both at our lowest price ever, or this beefy recliner marked way down. How about a Lazy Boy recliner as low as $375, or $499 gets you a Sealy Posturepedic mattress. Plus, we'll throw in a 7-piece bedding bundle free, up to 50% off at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. Do not miss this one.
Join us at the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Visit and get inspired for your 2023 building and remodeling projects. Go to MadisonParadeofHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
Steve Stricker's won a lot on the Champions Tour, but there's one tournament he hasn't crossed off on his list yet. His own, the AmFam Championship. It's one he admits he's put a lot of pressure on himself to win it. Now his solution this week, just smile more. Well, whatever he was doing during the first round, it was working. Stricker started with an eagle on 2, then dropped in 6 birdies to finish 7 under. He's tied for second, 3 shots back, and in the process, passed Tiger Woods for the most consecutive rounds of par or better in the PGA Tour history with 53. And counting.
That motivates me to get as many birdies as I can because you don't want to fall too far behind. So it really wasn't on my mind, but anytime you can pass Tiger Woods in something that, you know, and I may text him and just remind him that I did pass. But yeah, it's good to get off to a good start. 1 round and we got 2 more, but it looks like you're going to have to keep it going, you know, the way the scores are. So I'm excited about the start.
Unlike Stricker, Jerry Kelly's round was, in a word, frustrating. The Madison native couldn't really get anything going on the course, and this bogey at 18 sums up his day. Kelly's tied for 49th at even par and hopes he can find his game for Saturday's second round.
It left me early. I sucked. It was not very good. I don't know where the game went, but it definitely went, and couldn't find it the whole day. Try and make eagles, try and make birdies. First I got to go find it. Otherwise, I'm not going to make another birdie. Yeah, I didn't hit the fairways, didn't hit the greens, didn't hit the putts, didn't hit the chips. It's awesome.
The last time Broadhead made it to the state softball tournament, none of the Cardinals on this year's squad were alive. The year was 2004, and the Cards brought home that gold ball. That's the goal this time around. Standing in the way in the D3 semifinals, Somerset. This one was scoreless in the 4th, and then Broadhead blew it wide open. Allie Dahl smacks one through the infield to bring home 2. Then a couple batters later, it's Ava Rysum, and she blasts one into center to bring home another run. Part of a 5-run inning for the Cardinals. They advance to Saturday's final with a 5-0 win. Sun Prairie East season came to an end in the Division I semifinals, and Beloit Turner fell to Freedom 2-1 in their Division II semifinal. Brewers opening up a 3-game series against the worst team in the majors, but the A's didn't look it. Jonah Bride smacks one up the middle for an RBI single to make it 3-0. Oakland after the first inning. It wouldn't get any better. Brew Crew fall 5-2 the final. We're back after this.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried,
made a pact with your own limits. Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Now get an Explorer and get 0% APR financing for 36 months, $1,000 low APR cash, and $1,000 retail bonus cash. See your dealer.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Big trucks can be intimidating, and so can their insurance companies. After a serious truck crash, you need a team on your side who knows how to handle trucking cases and who gets results. You need Gruber Law Offices. We know truck law, we know the rules and regulations, and we'll hold the insurance companies accountable. And there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Well, Gary's back. Final check of the forecast.
It's nice out there right now. Comfortable if you've been outside. There's a live view of the Edgewater Sky Cam. Temperatures are in the middle 60s. It'll be milder than last night when we were down into the mid-40s. Right now, 57 in Middleton, but 65 in Stoughton, 58 degrees in Verona. So depends on where you are, but still pretty comfortable. Low 59 in Madison. High tomorrow 82. Some thunderstorm chances in the afternoon north of Madison. But again, we could take whatever rain we can get. That'll be through Sunday morning, maybe a slight chance Monday, and then temperatures will warm back up as we head toward Father's Day.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good and have a great weekend.